Hey everybody, good morning. It's cold and chilly in Utah. I don't know, well, we do have some snow up there, but it's hard to see. But man, it's a little chilly this morning. I wanted to wish y'all a happy late Thanksgiving. I hope everybody, I had a great 4 days off. I hope everybody did. Had my some family over, my kids. We're leaving on a vacation pretty soon, so I'm getting all my kids, all 5 boys and all my grandkids. We're going fishing. Yes! I love to fish. So, but I want to talk to you. You know, I had the time. Me and my wife sat around, with the 4 days off. We sat around and read comments. And man, I got to tell you, this is new to me. You know, I started this 4 months ago, and it's taken off. It's amazing how fast this has grown and how many kind people have said things to me, and I appreciate all that. I appreciate all your feedback. It's really wonderful. But it also made me think, some of the comments, I wanted to maybe address that, because I felt in some of the comments recently on some of the videos that I've done and some of the stuff I've done in the past, there's a lot of people in this industry, and I don't mean just, you know, fixing cars. I mean the industry of service, the industry of, and there's so many things that are service, whether it's a guy mowing your lawn, the plumber, the house builder, the electrician, the guy that's doing concrete. You know, there's so many small businessmen in America, and I love them all. I get to meet so many of them in my business. Having 30 bays of repair and a full machine shop here, and been around for 34 years, I get to meet a lot of people. And I see we all go through these things, and some of the things that I'm talking about here, and I want to talk about some of the comments, there's a lot of discouragement out there. And some of the discouragement comes across as like, oh, that industry, they don't pay me enough. They don't do this and they don't do that. And my boss was bad and he was ripping people off and, you know, this and that. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. So I think about my brain, I'm trained to think the 4 C's, the condition, cause, correction, confirm. The condition, when I read some of that, is just, it's a lot of complaining. And first off, we got to stop thinking of the condition of our life as a complaint. We can certainly not be happy with it, but ultimately, who is it that's going to fix that? That's what I'm here to tell you. Nobody ever fixed the car that I was assigned to fix until I did it, until I went the distance and figured it out. And the only way that happened was me to stay curious. I don't know everything. I get cars in here all the time that either kick my butt or my guy's butt, you know. We get together on it. But where the magic happens is when you stay curious about the whole process. There's chaos all around us, constantly, with, you know, your children, with your wife, your neighbors. That chaos is there for a reason. It's to teach you things. And if you can just remember that, so the condition is a problem. Be curious about it, deeply curious. You know, this is, you know, I'm a Christian man, and I believe that, you know, this is here for a reason. Everything around me, life is happening for me. It ain't happening to me. The moment I start thinking life is happening to me, oh my gosh, you know, just it's terrible. I get nowhere. But when I turn around and I'm curious about it, then I can come up with the second thing, the cause, the condition, the cause. The cause comes to me. Sometimes the cause comes in quiet reflection. Sometimes it comes, you know, my best work is on my knees. That's the truth. And that's a hard place to get sometimes. So maybe some of you, get on your knees. Pray about it, if that's what you need to do. Some of you, change a habit. Don't, you know, if you're don't give up something, change it. You know, I work out every morning. I get up at 4:30 in the morning every morning. I've been doing it for 6 years. I fell off the back of a tow truck and broke my neck when I was 55. I could not get better. And I thought, what the heck? I thought I was in shape, you know. So I changed. And that's been a big thing in my life. But I look at that, and that's been a guiding principle in my life. You change. If something's not right, don't live with it that way. Don't live with broke, man. Be curious about it. So your condition is something's not right. The cause, look to yourself. Look to yourself and find a way to really look at that. Be honest with yourself. The correction, Change. Do something. Get up off the couch. Instead of, getting on your phone and following me, for crying out loud, put the dang phone down and do 10 push-ups. And just do it daily, daily, daily. Discipline yourself. Forget about motivation. Motivation's overrated. It's the discipline, doing it every day. Your life changes, and then you check the condition, cause, correction, confirm it. I confirm it. I promise you, if you do that, the confirmation will come to you. You'll feel like, yeah, I got that. Do it again and again and again. Anyway, we're going to figure out what's wrong with this truck. I'm going on. I just love y'all. I really do feel that way. Thank you so much. All right, so thanks for following along on my little, it was a really good Thanksgiving. So I appreciate y'all listening to me go on. Let's fix some cars today. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, so it's got a little bit of it does have a little bit of a rod knock when I first started up. Let's see, let me start up and see how much blow by it's got. It's not too bad. We've seen huff and puff. That's not too bad. So here's my thinking. We talk about it a lot. I've asked y'all a lot of questions. One of them is, what would you do? What would you do if you were a customer or you were a shop owner? What would you do in this situation? It doesn't have a lot of excessive blow by. I mean, it's got a little bit, but on a 6.4, I wouldn't say that's like a problem. So maybe the cylinder walls aren't a problem. It doesn't have any misfire codes. I'll check contributions, do a cylinder balance test with the scan tool, and then drop an oil filter. And if it's got a little bit of material in there, and the cranks, we could maybe get away with, rolling some bearings in there, some rod bearings, and save the guy a crap load of money. Not going to be a warranty with that. That's the thing you have to explain to the customer. I can fix, the problem. Again, going back to like a doctor. I'm going to go in there and put a stent in your heart, but I ain't fixed anything. All I've given you is a little better, blood flow. And with the bearings, I'm just putting new bearings in there. If we can get away with that. So I'm always thinking of different options. So that's what I was talking to you earlier about. When I'm going on and on and on about people or problems that I have in my life, it's about options. Get curious again. Scriptures tell us, be as a little child. I just spent excuse me. I just spent 4 days with family and grandkids. Man, I was around a bunch of little kids, and oh my gosh. Their curiosity will wear you out. But what it does for them is brings them joy and understanding and learning. So maybe we could remember that when we get in our little, pity potties. So I'm going to be curious and see if I can fix this guy and help him out. I took the oil filter out of that 6.4. And I emptied the canister. Not a lot, man. I don't see a lot of... Usually got to use a real bright light and look for flash. But I took out of the canister, and I'm going to pour it out here, pour some of this out, and you'll see it. Yeah, maybe it's too. Yeah, maybe you can see it like in there. But see all that glistening stuff in there? Kind of looks metallic-y on the bottom of that. Yeah, there you can see it. All that metallic in that oil, that's bearing matter. So I could send it out for oil analysis, but he's got a rod knock. So as I spoke to the customer, he was worried that it would need a motor. I mean, he knew, he brought it to me because he had that sound, and he also didn't want to spend the money on a motor, but he knows that I can help him out. But here's what I'll have to explain to him, and I think all of you would agree. I've got to explain to him my help out is a Band-Aid. If I pull this motor out, or which I'll do, and just roll rod and main bearings in it, That's like a Band-Aid. And I need one actually, dang it. That's like a Band-Aid. And a Band-Aid, it just, it's temporary. But, if a guy's willing to take the risk and it doesn't cause a safety concern, I won't put a Band-Aid. I won't, I won't put a Band-Aid on something that's going to cause a safety concern. But if a guy wants to do that and he's willing to take the responsibility for it, I feel like I'm okay with that. Do I like to do it? No, I don't like to do it. I want to build a motor. I want to give him a warranty. I want to stand behind my product. I got my name on it. But I'm also here to help people out within their means. And in this situation, we could probably give him another, 50,000 miles or something like that by putting bearings in it. So we'll see if that'll work for him. Thanks.